Hello there, welcome back. In this video we're going to be taking a look at this fella, which is the Handyfe battery powered pressure washer. I already own a pressure washer, which is the Karcher K4. It's got all the attachments, including like this big disc thing that spins around, and I clean my drive with it. It's excellent, but it is a bit of a fart on to get out and set up and connect everything up. So for little jobs like cleaning my windows or possibly cleaning my hot tub rim, I don't really want to go to that trouble of getting all that stuff out to clean it. So I bought that. Now this has got a 20 volt battery and it's got a head on it which has got 6 different effects, which I'll demonstrate in a moment. But before we get started, I'll just quickly show you what comes in the box. Obviously we'll have the main body of the pressure washer. We've got the lance with the various spray attachments on there and the battery. That is the only battery which comes with it, which is a small negative. I'll get to the positives and negatives at the end. Battery charger, which seems to charge it pretty quick and effectively. We've got a 10 meter hose, I think, which allows this to be connected to the pressure washer, this to be dropped into a bucket or other water source, so you can really just use it miles away from any sort of electricity. Also a brush attachment, which would be useful for cleaning the car. I don't actually need to clean my car at the moment, but I might give this one a go on the windows in this video. A pot, which can be filled with any sort of liquid like shampoo or stone cleaner or something like that. Spray it all down and then use your jet wash to clean it off. I will actually be using this on this battery powered jet wash to put garlicky water in, so I can spray this over all of my vegetables to keep the butterflies away from them. So that was actually another reason why I bought this thing. It's a strange reason, but one of you guys watching might have a similar need. It's also a pretty big mesh bag which comes with it, useful for putting all of the accessories in. We've also got this thing, which I actually had to look up to see what it was, but that connects on the bottom of your pressure washer, and that actually goes into a 2 litre pop bottle. Got a standard size thread on there, so your pop bottle would just screw onto there. Sorry, pop bottle. A lot of you viewers in the US won't understand what that means. They're like a soda bottle, soft drinks bottle, big plastic bottle that you would get drinks in, would screw onto there. Just fill it with water and that could be your water source. I've also got that, which is an adapter for the brush, and that's it. Unfortunately, there's no plastic case which comes with this, and that's a bit of a negative as well. However, those 2 little negatives that I've pointed out there really are the only 2 drawbacks that I can see with this so far. So we'll get on to the demonstrations and you'll see why I rate this so highly. I think before we get started on this dirty paving behind me, I will just quickly demonstrate what the jets are like. So this is 0 degrees. This is just the, I call it the stone cutter, because on a normal pressure washer, if you have it set at just like 0 degrees, so it's just firing out a single jet, it really could cut through soft stone. It wouldn't do with this fella, but this is the stone cutter. A very familiar sight if you've ever owned a pressure washer. This next one is 15 degrees. See, it spreads a little bit. The next spread is 25 degrees. It spreads a bit more. Next one is 40 degree spread. That's your widest spray pattern. This one is a shower. Would actually be pretty useful for watering the garden, that one. And this next one is just called up. It's basically got, I wouldn't call it like a cone sort of shape, but it's probably nearer the 15 degrees, but it's angled upwards. That would be pretty useful if you wanted to clean underneath your car or underneath wheel arches and all that sort of thing, where a standard, straight flow would be pretty difficult to get into. I'm not sure how much use I'm going to get out of that up spray pattern, but I could see where it would be useful. You can see where I've been messing about there. This is basically the 15-degree pattern. Pretty good. We'll go to the 25-degree spread. Again, very effective, and this is genuine muck. These paving slabs haven't been cleaned since they went in, and that was probably a good 2 years ago. Now we'll give the 40-degree spread a try. Again, that does it, no problem at all. And I'll just give that a rub, just to show that it is genuine muck. Because a lot of videos don't really demonstrate that it is real muck. And here we go with a 40-degree pattern. Pretty good, eh? Oh, here we've got one that's the bane of my life, some bird muck. Again, on the render, I wouldn't want to use my Karcher on this because it would probably rip the render off. That's properly dried on, so I think we'll go to the 25-degree setting for this one. Yeah, no problem. Good. Hopefully you can see down there, but that is my solar power plant. That's where all my solar panels are. It's a ground mounted system, and this little battery pressure washer is absolutely perfect for cleaning those. I can drag the hose down, plug it in, or I can just take a bucket of water down and give them a really good clean to keep them working efficiently. Here's something that is going to be a demonstration of a real first world problem. That's my hot tub. Top of it tends to get pretty mucky. We don't want to use anything that's too aggressive because this is just like a fabricy, plasticky lid. The Karcher will certainly rip that to bits. This, however, will clean it without ripping it to bits. We've already got 1600 litres of water supply there, so we can just drop this end in, connect that up to our pressure washer and clean the lid and also around the inside of the tub very, very quickly with minimal hassle. Helps if the pipe is full of water before you connect this up. And you got the added bonus of the water that's being pushed through here being warm as well, so it actually does a better job of cleaning than cold water would. The time I would most use this is when I was actually draining the tub, because I would do the cleaning there and any stuff that got blasted off the sides would go down into the drain and be washed away. There's not really much point in doing it now, but I was just demonstrating the fact that you could chuck this in there and have water. Okay, this is green algae on tarmac again. Genuine muck. That's a bit better. Right, before I give you my final thoughts, I'll just give you a close look at the pressure washer. That's where you connect the hose. It's just an ordinary click fit connector. Most people know it as a hose lock connector because they made them famous. Battery slides on the bottom, like so. And this thing is actually well made. It feels quality. It isn't very expensive, but it feels quality. It does not feel cheap. It's put together with standard screws, so if you ever did need to take it to bits, you could do it yourself. It hasn't got any sort of like strange star-shaped screws that you wouldn't have a screwdriver for. There isn't wasted space in there. It's obviously the cables and the motor. It's not hollow, so we've got a decent sized motor there to propel the water out. Getting the fittings on and off is as easy as that. This head is now on upside down. Hey up, give me a minute. There we go. Ah, that's better. Right. This head, again, is well made. It doesn't feel cheap. In fact, nothing on this feels cheap. And all of these different spray patterns are actually useful. They're not just there for decoration, you know. So there we go. A good pressure washer. It's surprisingly powerful for such a small thing. It's reasonably light. The main weight is the battery, obviously, but it's certainly more maneuverable than a standard mains powered pressure washer. It hasn't got the power of my Karcher. I didn't expect it to, and I don't really want it to. Otherwise, I would have two pressure washers that effectively did the same thing. This one is very different. It allows me to get places very quickly and easily without dragging cables out, you know, finding a source of power outside, and wheeling the hose out. I can really just grab this off the shelf in my shed and be pressure washing within a minute. And you're always limited with a standard pressure washer by where you can plug it in. This one doesn't have that problem. I can literally climb up onto my roof, and as long as the hose can get there, this can be constantly supplied with water. It's very, very good for cleaning my roof. It's good for cleaning my greenhouse roof as well, because that tends to have birds sitting above it and so on. I like to keep that nice and clean. Excellent for doing the solar panels. It would actually be good if you had solar panels on your roof as well, because trying to cart a mains powered pressure washer up steps or ladders to be able to get to your solar panels to give them a good clean, it's a right fart on, you know. I mean, this you can just do it yourself. You don't need to get a company in. You can just put the ladder up, and as I said before, as long as the hose will reach, you've got a constant supply of water. Now the battery seems to last for ages on this. I think the stated time is 45-50 minutes or something. I may be wrong on that, but it certainly goes that long. So we've had all the positives. Here's a couple of negatives. First negative is it doesn't come with a box, which a lot of small appliances do. They'll come with a plastic box. That would have obviously added more cost to this thing, and it's been manufactured to meet a price point which is well under 100 quid. I know that. And the second minus point would be the fact that it only has one battery. Batteries, as we know, are pretty expensive things, and that again has been sacrificed to meet a price point. I'm okay with that because I think those sacrifices are necessary to get it to the price point, and also I wouldn't want something that was built really cheaply and had two batteries that was put out for the same price, because it would make you think, where have they made the cuts? And the cuts would have been in the manufacturing of the actual thing that matters the most, which is what spits the water out. I'll put the link to this in the video description if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're watching on Amazon. If you found this review helpful, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.